Welcome back to Weekends. It's time for Salt. And to help me set up the Salt is Cale Brooks, our producer.
Hey, how's it going, Michael?
Cale is just like, I literally was typing 30 seconds. You're just like, back now.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm not, I haven't trained myself to, I feel like in order to be like a proper prima donna, you would have needed to have like a proper TV gig at some point. Like if you're a podcast or YouTube host who's like screaming at producers, nah, it doesn't work as much as I'd like it to.
Yeah. I mean,
verbally abuse you in this.
I mean, Anna's come from like a decade on TYT, and we haven't had any prima donna issues there. She's been a fantastic host.
Oh yeah, Anna's just like high quality. Anna's just like a really, really good person. I'm just saying, like, even if you wanted to, it seems ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like you're on YouTube. No matter how many people are watching, like, relax. Cale, you're going to help us do the salt segment, and then, of course, we'll take a few super chat questions. Cale, who are we salting today?
Yeah. So, this week has been difficult. There's been, we've already covered at the beginning of the show just the kind of the horrible scenes we've seen in the streets, some of us seen with our own eyes, of friends and comrades alike being brutalized by police officers. And there's been a wide range of reaction from that I think the movement itself, there's been liberal responses, there's been leftist responses, even, I would say there's some quasi-conservative responses, but the most egregious out of all of this, of course, are the corporate responses of every corporation coming in, swooping in, letting you know that they too do care about Black lives. And one response that I found particularly egregious was, and granted, this is probably something that was scheduled ahead of time, before the week really started off. But this was a concert, I guess, hosted by Heineken and Major League Soccer. And so they had the producer and DJ David Guetta. I don't care if I'm pronouncing his name right, but so they had David come on to DJ on top of the UN building, I believe on June 1st. And so it's just I want to play it for everyone.
Yeah, it barely requires, you set it up perfectly. Let's just get a load of this. I mean, this is a week where Netflix, where Nike, where everybody, every corporation, all of a sudden, Goodell was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have destroyed Kaepernick's career. Yeah. Extraordinary. And this sort of, in some ways, I mean, I feel bad because actually probably in the grand scheme of things, like this guy is he's not Goodell, right? But this is pretty much a good distillation of all of the brand work that's going on to try to co-opt and get momentum off of this movement.
Yeah. So here's the clip.
The world is going through difficult times, and America too, actually. So last night, I knew we were going to do this, and I made a special record. So this record is in honor of George Floyd, and I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So shout out to his family.
Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream. I have a dream
That makes me, remember the old Daily Show where Jon Stewart would play some clip and he'd come back like that. That is actually the only response to that. That is, I mean, that's basically everything wrong in one clip.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And the way he said, like, shouts to George Floyd's family. This man was just murdered on the street. He starts putting, some cop murdered this man. He puts on this synth music. It was almost, honestly, it would have been horrifying enough, but it's like, it would have been better if he didn't mix in the Dr. King speech.
He needed to, though. That was a necessary ingredient. No, that's
necessary ingredient to really show you that this was serious. Anyway, we should hire him for a Jacobin party.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like people like the music we have already, but if you guys would prefer David Guetta doing a remix of Adolph Reed or A. Philip Randolph, we can make that happen. I felt like this clip was the perfect kind of the other side of opening the show with one of the most powerful speeches in American history, A. Philip Randolph's introduction at the beginning of the march, or the March on Washington for Freedom and Jobs, that just how horrifically distorted the civil rights movement has become in American pop culture and like liberal culturalism, and that you can take MLK's words and then you just have the clips of like the soccer player and his wife, I presume, just like deadpan dancing to it.
Like no, we're duck face dancing because this is serious.
Yeah.
I actually love, what, if we could put some synth music underneath like Adolph Reed, just with one of his like great, just like, yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of stupid. And then it just like the synth just drops. That would actually be fucking awesome. I'm really into that as a creative project. We should work on that.